Okay, good morning. Everybody is there. 5 minutes late. Okay. Xiongche Sencho Rinpoche Ma Xi Pa Nam Xie Jur Ji Xi Pa Nyam Pa Me Pa Tong Kong Ni Kong Den Pe Ra Shu. I take refuge in Buddha. I take refuge in Dharma. I take refuge in Sangha. That is the source of the infailing refuge. And then afterwards, we need to generate bodhicitta. Niji chimbo, tsodeni mixing, zoni manam chimbo, nga jatab, bekartangan, sentu hirma do, dunba karan jana, sorwande, dosun robulo na chula yer. Susandu nga jindra che jin chen, nyaso me pon hiwa jilla so, sem chen tanda, nyerdo don na. Tamba nam jinin tsaar the soul. Now we are learning about our teacher, our path, and our companion, helper, and therefore it is quite very important. Of course, there are kind of the follower of spiritualities. There's two types of the followers. One is like a fundamentalism and like a kind of follow-up, like a not reasonable faith, but only follow up the faith, devotion. And also their second one is like a wisdomlism, I would say, more like kind of philosophicalism. And of course, and they follow more reasonable put faith and devotion. But of both, of course, why we follow the spiritualities, there is a reason we have such faith and devotion. And now we are start like kind of follow up the Buddha's path. The founder is this path. The founder is the Buddha Shakyamuni. That is our teacher, the founder of this path. And then it's like we are learning what he says, and we are studying his speech and his instruction and his guideline. And then it's like meanwhile, and also we have a helper, and like kind of the superior's helper, and that is we call the Sangha. And in the perspective of the wisdomlism, or like kind of the philosophicalisms, everything is need analyze to check out. It is very important, investigate. And if we undertake some activities before to start, and we are checking out. If I'm a follow, if I do, if I really accept it, what is the consequence, how it is. In the philosophicalism or the wisdom followers, they're difficult to accept immediately. And particularly in the Buddhist teachings, it's not a kind of advertise or show off, or kind of like like giving the information in order to make increase or like kind of under control or something like this, the teachings of the Buddhas. And Buddhist teachings, and whoever teaching and also we study, we are like kind of telling, kind of to give education, to open the wisdom and really what is the realities. For example, now maybe we choose kind of, we don't know still certainty, but I say it's like, for example, for instance, I'm Buddhist. Are you sure? Yeah. Really, it's again to ask, are you sure? I'm really not sure. But it's a mouthly, I'm saying it's like really, I'm a Buddhist. Okay, if you are Buddhist, do you know your teacher? Do you know your path? Do you know your companion? And also, you analyze the Buddha and to investigate it, how he is. And that is everybody says he was very good. Then I followed. So you are not stable Buddhist. You choose to kind of follow up the someone says good. But really you need to find yourself as it is good. That is very important. If you research, you learn, you study the qualities of the Buddha, realization of the Buddha, biography of the Buddha, how his wisdom and compassion, how he's become the superior, genuine, extraordinary mankind. He is human beings, actually. He was extraordinary human beings. How he became the Buddha, enlightenment. It's a very well known in this world. And he's not politically, of course, nothing. And ritually also, of course, when after he's become enlightenment, almost homeless. But his mind is become extraordinary. And his path is extraordinary. He gave to us his own path. It is extraordinary. Why is it extraordinary? Because according to Buddha, according to his teachings, we can achieve the extraordinary happiness. Many millions, they achieved. They have experience. And same way ourselves, we need to analyze. Okay, I'm following the Buddhism and I'm taking refuge in Buddha Dharma Sangha. Oh yes, I studied maybe Uttaratantra, and there's talking about the three jewels. And also as I asked to the many lamas, I studied many scriptures, and I know now, and I have irreversible kind of the trust, irreversible like kind of the understanding about the three jewels. Then like we need to take refuge. And therefore, yesterday we stopped this. Three jewels are the inconceivables. Three jewels are the inconceivable. We stopped there. Three jewels. And the three is the Buddha Dharma Sangha. Why call the jewels? Because it is very rare, sublime, peerless. And why it is? For example, of course, example is the Buddha. And but whoever enlightened, that is the really extraordinary, inconceivable. And it's like in the Buddhist perspective, the Buddha Shakyamuni, it is example And otherwise, there are many. You can become Buddha, you can become inconceivable being. Everybody's. That is the Buddha he discovered. Whoever sentient beings, you do not need to lose your kind of the self-confidence. You don't need to complain yourself. You do not need to say, I'm bad. Which kind of you are bad? If you say you're bad, you are bad. But you are not bad. Because he said you have the precious, your nature of the mind. And if you realize that, you become the inconceivable, you are the Buddha. You are like same as the me. It's exactly. He said, I was like a beginning. It's normal, ordinary person. But I like kind of the discovered that. And then it's like to develop my wisdom and positive. And really then original the mind is developed. Then I understood my own precious nature realities. Then I may become the inconceivable. You can say, yes, am I myself? I'm free from the birth, old age, sickness, death. Of course, in the kind of someone's completely thinking about the permanent perspective, of course, I'm born, I'm become old age, I'm dead. But I'm very happy, I'm kind of demonstrating to you. If you really to understand this process, birth, old age, sickness, death, they are just like dream, hallucination, your expression of your nature of the realities. If you do not understand, of course, this is quite a very changing process, turmoil, sufferings, anxieties, so on. But if you understand those kind of the transference or the movement, it doesn't occur, doesn't kind of make problem to your minds. That I discovered, then it's like become the inconceivable, like this. And Dharma is also this kind of persons telling to us truth, direct, not kind of the deceptive way or the kind of political way. Maybe we can to say like this, maybe they can more attractive. We can collect more follower, maybe more people enjoy to ours, and which kind of to show off. This is not good, we need to change. That is not like this. Direct the situation of the phenomena, situation of the appearances, everything's telling to the truth. Then it's like genuine, inconceivable, the Dharma. Like you know the Dharma is the free from any kind of the disturbing emotions. Dharma is also the antidote for the disturbing emotions. And therefore, it's like Dharma has also 8 qualities, and therefore inconceivable. And also Buddha, Dharmas, Sangha, the Sangha, it is inconceivable. Why? Because really, for example, under my perspective, even the kind of basic Sangha, maybe some beginner, if you are follow the Dharma, you really to keep this kind of the 10 positive action, and you are really try to avoid 10 negative actions. This is the really principle, kind of discipline of the Dharma. You are the superiors. Immediately I can to take refuge into you, because you are not killing, you are not kind of the stealing, you are not doing sexual misconduct, you are not kind of liar, you are not to give harsh word. And this 10 negative is like poison, you avoid. Then you are not yet enlightenment, but you are the representative of the enlightenment. is most kind of the inconceivable human beings. Automatically there is. And you are like kind of to practice the 10 positive actions to stop the killing and save, helping to the other sentient beings. And to stop the stealing and like kind of as much as like kind of doing the generosities physically, verbally, mentally. And to stop the sexual misconduct, you as much as you follow up the discipline, you self-controls, and doing something, hurting things, you never doing it to the others. You are the marvelous, you are the inconceivable. Absolutely, you are the correct source of the refuge. Of course, in the middlings, like kind of the capacities, they say, oh, Sangha is like kind of superior Sangha, which is the superior entrance. And also it's like a return, no return, our hearts. This is like kind of Middle East taking refuge in the Sangha. And like Pachika Buddha and the Shavaka Buddhas. In the Buddhist Sava's perspective, Sangha is like someone's rich, 3 path, first to Bhumi, until the last 10th Bhumis. Those are the superiors, the Sangha, of course, that is no need to mention. But I would say it's like ordinaries, like first the personal capacities, they take refuge in the Dharma. The Sangha is whoever wearing the monk clothes. But of course, there are someone is like wearing monk clothes, is waffle inside. They never follow the 10 positive actions. They never stop the 10 negative. Then it's fake. That is not good. If it doesn't matter you wearing it's like kind of monk cloth or monastery robe or not, you really any kind of Dharma practitioners, you are accepted. Really, it is like adopted the 10 positive action, and you are radins or the rhythms or like kind of avoid the 10 negative actions. You are the inconceivable 100%. We can take refuge in you. Therefore, jewels are the inconceivables. Very, very important. And like this, then it's but nevertheless, their ability to reach into ours depend entirely on faith and devotion. Of course, the 3 jewels are the inconceivable, that is the truth, but they are become the inconceivable or not for us. Nevertheless, the ability to reach into ours. These 3 jewels are the inconceivables. How they can to reach into us, that is like kind of depends entirely on our faith and devotions. That is like kind of the absolute truth. For example, sunlight is inconceivable. In order to reach us, it totally depends us. Because in us, we have devotion, enthusiastic, we want to get the sunlight. Of course, sunlight is all the time shine there. But if we don't take sunlight, we go to in the dark place. Of course, how is sunlight can reach to us? And like this, entirely depends in our faith, in devotion, or is a trust. If you have immense faith and devotions, immense and devotions, it's like kind of the totally, purely immense faith and devotion, the compassion and the blessing you receive from your teacher and the 3 jewels will be equally immense. It is a truth. For example, sun is shining in the sky, sending luminosity into our like a plant. If we really to go to where is the sun shining, to put there, to go to there, you are really to take the sunlight, you can to get a lot of sunlight luminosities. And like it's like sunlight is like there's no kind of partialities, impartialities. And so wherever there is like kind of the whoever like kind of take, they can the sunshine is coming. Therefore, the three jewels, blessings, power, and strength are like kind of far or near. It's not depends. They all the time send, and but to reach to us, it's totally depends the us. Therefore, we can to say how much we have faith, devotion, that much we can to receive blessing and like a benefit. And here is we are talking about the totally how to say it's like the three jewels and the teachers. And also it's like we say it's like we thinking about like 4 refugee source. It's the teachers, and also it's the teachers like kind of the blessings and teachings really to reach in our heart. Absolutely depends our devotion and the faith and compassion blessings. And when in order to receive our teacher and 3 jewels, and totally depends our faith and devotions. How much higher, middle, and lowers, how much we have the devotion and faith, then the equal, and we can to receive that. If your faith and devotion are just moderated, like a little bit moderated, is lesser and more kind of loose like this, then it's like this. It is like naturally the compassion and blessing that also reach, you will also be moderated. Your receiving things also is moderated. For example, if you go to the sun, it's like a shadows place, then it's sunlight is also moderated. But sunlight is not moderated, but you went into the shadows. And like this, and compassion and blessings of the 3 jewels, the teachers, there is nothing moderated. Our faith and devotion is moderated, and of course, then the blessing and compassion is also moderated. If you have only a little faith and devotion, also we can say only a little compassion and blessings will reach us. Of course, it is like this, like kind of we haven't got much, just a little bit faith, devotion, and sometimes we have devotion, sometimes we lost, sometimes we have like kind of faith, sometimes full of the doubt, and we like kind of we never think about our own defects, our own kind of the problems, never, but it's like kind of the object things. Maybe it's like kind of the demon of the doubt, and the ghost of the doubt is coming, and then all the times making problems. And therefore, like kind of the moderated faith devotion, or just almost a little bit, sometimes comes under nothing, that is the same amount of the blessing and the compassions like this. Even the meetings, like kind of the Buddha, if we have full of the doubt, how is a Buddha can give to blessing to us? If you have no faith and devotion at all, of course, you will get absolutely nothing. No blessing, no. There's no chance. Maybe why it's like this, no? Then it's why. For example, if I go to in the shadow, very dark coldness, then I say complain, why sunlight is not coming to me? But this not problem of the sunlight. It's problems myself. I closed myself. And like this is a kind of the telling this wonderful things. Sometimes may we think in this, maybe if I go to the take refuge, Buddha Dharma Sanghas, maybe I will go to the Pure Land. If I'm not going to the take refuge, Buddha Dharma Sanghas, I'm going to health. And because maybe if they are be happy, I'm bring to the heavens. If they are not happy, they maybe put me in the hell. Nothing like this. It's very much wrong concerning like this. Buddha Dharmas, when we have devotion or faith, it doesn't matter. And there's nothing kind of. But it's like kind of in order to need to receive benefit for ourselves, then we are going to take refuge in the Buddha Dharma Sangha. Like for example, if many vegetations go to in the shadow and like kind of say, I haven't got devotion, I haven't got faith to the sunlight. Oh, no. Yes, you can to in the be shadow, maybe ruin out, maybe never grow up, never maturated. It is not punishment of by the suns or the sunlight. That is like the itself to deed. Or it's like a sun is never cries, a sun is never punishment. You go to in the sun, yes, please to more to get to sun, and now it's like all the vegetations grow up. Sun is doesn't matter. You grow up, you are become very big, you can do the produce the leaf, branches, seed a lot. What is the benefit for the sun? But you receive the benefit yourself from the sun. Exactly like this. This is a wonderful things. Normally we think it's like if I'm not make happy, maybe I'm receive punishment. Never ever. Punishment means it's like we concern worldly way, like kind of the worldly God. Some is ordinary people. They think, oh, I want to pray deities. They're happy. They could bring me in the Pure Land. If they are not happy, they maybe it's like kind of give me hell. So that's very, very strange. In the Buddhist viewpoint, it's very bizarre. And not like this, Buddha, Dharma, Sangha, connected, we receive such kind of the benefit. If not connected, if you do nothing kind of the negative things, you never need to go to the hell or any kind of. Like this, but therefore is absolute nothing received the blessings. Without faith, even meeting the Buddha himself and being accepted as his disciple would be quite unless or the useless. Because it's like, during the Buddha's appear in India, and that time it is like kind of Buddha was there, many beings hasn't got any faith and devotion. And like a kind of even his brothers, cousin brother Devadatta, there is his stories. And even that to really is to meet the direct Buddhas, what can Buddha do? There's no devotion, faith, interested. It's become just useless. Like this, and it's like a kind of we receive benefit from Buddha Dharma Sangha. It's very important to faith devotion, and that is needed to develop. In the beginning we says you should to develop your faith, like kind of the lasting, stable for your faith. As it as for the monk Sunashara, this is, and whose story was told in the previous chapters, and the Buddhas as a cousin, like kind of the Devadatta. And also it's like they met like person to person, direct to the Buddhas, but the Buddha, he cannot do nothing. And like kind of the how he can to help. And therefore it is very, very important to develop the faith and devotion. In order to develop the faith and devotion in like a Buddha Dharma Sanghas, we should to study. Very important. Very, very important. How about Buddha? What is the meaning of the Buddha? And also is like a kind of Buddha's, how it is like kind of he become enlightened and so on. Maybe last time we studied the Uttara Tantras. Of course, some people is like interest for the element, the Buddha nature. For me, it was really, really first 3 chapter. It's talking about the roots, like 3 kind of the jewels, Buddha, Dharma, Sangha. It's a wonderful. Why? Because I'm follow the Buddha step. I need to know about the Buddha. I'm learning now Dharma, how it is Dharma. And it's like kind of you go to deep and deep to the Dharma. Of course, it is the vast, deep, and really profound. As much as you go to more the sumi, go deep, deep, very difficult to go to the bottom of this deepest. But it's really inconceivable. And then it's like, yes, now I understood. I'm on mistake. I took the path. I'm very happy. And it's like, then it's a start devotion, stable faith, lasting kind of faith devotions. Otherwise, it's like if we like just a stupid kind of the put faith devotion to follow. There's like kind of we're talking about the faith, vivid faith. Maybe some so beautiful lama or handsome lamas and very rich, famous. Yes, maybe I will go to the take refuge. Or maybe it's like you don't know nothing, but just why you go to take refuge, just they say it's good things. But yourself, you don't know, you haven't got any certainties. And also it's like any other like Buddha Dharmas, it's like some kind of the vivid faith means, there's nice, it's like kind of the artist done, nice temple or church, or nice wearing clothes, and like kind of, sometimes also everywhere some spirituals, like leaders, like priests or lamas or someone wearing very expensive clothes, hat, and like kind of the milled goldens, diamonds is like this. Then this like thrones almost it's like high, almost reaching the skies. And then some people surround carrying kada and like music and concert. Then people to running. Wow, yes, surely something is here. Maybe someone is like, maybe truly truth looks like a beggar and is going to, nobody cares it. I heard, in America, there's one kind of course, maybe good lama, we don't know it, but there's one lamas and giving empowerment. But the other side, there's Dzogchen Rinpoche, very is like a holder of the Longchen lineage. He is giving empowerment. There's 2 American guys where we can go today, we can choose it. This and the other lama is very, very expensive. You go to there, it's like maybe one ticket is $200. And the Dzogchen Rinpoche, he's normally, it's all the time giving free. You cannot to sell the like kind of the ticket. This is free. Maybe looks like it's nothing. No, it's not really important. I will go to others. Sometimes it's like this. It's in Tibet, it's like very, very this kind of histories. In the almost this is I think is the history of the Patrul Rinpoche. He was in the one place, and then it's like he attended. There's someone's making puja, And then it's like there is one is a lama, we don't know, but it's a very high throne to sit there. And then there is one monk, and then is of course few monks, and then he attended, but he's like the last because he's a beggar, nobody knows, he's like clothes very dirty and like normal way. And they say it's like, okay, can you make a purchase? He said, yeah, a little bit, okay, no problem. You can to sit tend to under this, below the and the rolls. Though we can to give food and oh yes. And then he is concerning, and this monks is thinking this why they make puja, maybe someone's died and thinking like this. And then it's like this lama's thinking, okay, now today I'm a lama and I'm a very important person, and there's sponsors tonight, how much they give to money, how many yaks the horse, only to thinking during the pujas. And then it's finally in the evening, and it's like, of course, lama receive a lot of like offerings, and this monks is a little small, and Patrul Rinpoche is just like kind of leftover things. And then he wrote something. I think this is a little bit his story. And like kind of thinking of the like nothing benefit to the dead person, this throned lamas, only thinking how much offerings, received a lot. There's a compassionate, the monks, he just a little bit. Myself is I received leftovers. Sometimes it's like this kind of we are like kind of looking vivid faith means it's just something is like outsidely something. This vivid faith devotion is very, very unstable, lose everything very easily. Today someone says good, you say good. Tomorrow say bad, you follow the bad. Like this, and not much reasonable. And then it's like kind of the eager faith. It's also not very stable. And eager faith, when we are taking refuge in Buddha Dharma, maybe we are considering it's a successful business without sickness, and kind of I want to become famous, I want to become rich, I want to become successful Mila. It's only concerning like this. And then it's a little problems, and the eager is lost, desire is lost. You like kind of it's not kind of fulfillment of your ego or like kind of desire. And then you have such hesitations. Someone's complain, when I practice the Vajrasavas, problems. When I practice Hundro every day I recite, my business is going bad, I am more sick, I have problems. Why? That's it. Of course, just recite a little bit, 2-3 minutes, you recite, this is purified your negative actions, negative deeds. But sometimes people is like kind of too much expecting, immediately like this kind of, we can eager faith, unstable, nothing. Irreversible faith, that's reasonable. Like a kind of there's irreversible, no return. Like kind of okay, I understand what is the Buddha, what is the Dharma, what is Sangha. Even you follow the teachers, you analyze it, you researched, and it doesn't matter, maybe your teacher is very poor, ugly, in the worldly is almost nothing. But maybe in the dharmally or the like spiritually, it's a fantastic. You already discovered it's like kind of the qualities. Then doesn't matter externally these lamas which kind of. For example, my own presently teacher Dzogchen Ranyak said, maybe many is like papers, looks like almost nothing. It's like kind of when he go outside looks like beggar style. Of course, it doesn't matter externally. The inner is very important. Therefore, irreversible faith, like kind of confident faith, it is very important to have reasonable way, logical way. and like kind of through the investigation to find the qualities of the Buddha, Dharma, Sangha teachers, then you put faith, devotion, and then it's receive also blessings. Even today, whenever the Buddha is invoked with the sincere faith and devotion, he is there bestow blessing for the Buddha's compassion. There is no near or the far. And this is like kind of truth. Like kind of even the today, wherever the Buddha is invoke, like kind of you are pray, it means. And it's like kind of you have put the devotion, faith, sincerely, if we have, and Buddha's like kind of all the times to be theirs, bestow blessings. For example, if we are like go to in the wherever sunshine, and sunshine is theirs all the timers. You don't need to collect. You don't need to like kind of. You need to go to in the sunlight place. That is like invoked. And bestow is like bestowing and blessings for the Buddha's compassion. There is no Buddha's compassion, blessings. There's no need to talking about near or far. For all who think of him with the faith, kind of with the devotions, like kind of sincerely. Faith, the Buddha is there is the front of them. Whatever someone's to put faith, devotions, and that means it's like you are really is going to take the the light, luminosity of the Buddha, Dharma, Sanghas, and then there is you can automatically to get think of him. But faith, the Buddha and Dharma, Sangha, you can Buddha is in the front of them. They all the timers. And will give empowerment and blessing. And the great master of the Ondiyana says how it is. Guru Rinpoche, he said, for all men and women with faith in me, I and Pema Sambhava have never departed. I slept beside their door. For me there is no such thing as the death. Therefore, each person with faith, there is a Pema Sambhava. And Pema Sambhava nearby or the two like to be with us totally depends on our devotion and the faith. That is the truth. And faith and devotion is like kind of the broad of the three jewels, Buddha, Dharma, Sangha, and teachers. And also like kind of the Buddha, Dharma, Sangha, and teachers' blessing in order to bring into our heart the best chup and the canalization is the faith and devotions. And if without this chup, I think it's very difficult. In order to bring this nectar waters, nectar of Armanta, the blessing and empowerment, compassion, these things from the three jewels teachers, we need best chup or the pipe or canalization of the faith and devotions. Then we can to receive it. Absolutely, there's no problems like this. And therefore, Guru Rinpoche, he said this, for me, it's like Guru Rinpoche's birthless, deathless. It's like kind of the highest rainbow body. And this normal rainbow body is like kind of disappeared the body. It's the Bamalamatan Guru Rinpoche. It's like kind of nothing, just like this, they went into the Pure Land. And there is like kind of the departure, disappeared, showing the like impermanent. But Guru Rinpoche, there's like kind of the never is like kind of die. Whoever has faith, devotions, Guru Rinpoche said, I may be there in the front of this person. make a joke, I sleep beside their doors. Sometimes some people say, it's kind of criticize, like in the Tibet, some like a Gelug tradition, they say, when in my schools, when you open the door, take care of them. Before you open the door, to tell to your teacher, Pema Sambhava, please go away, I'm coming. If you certainly open the door, you a step in the head of the Pema Sambhava. But this is like kind of poetic way. Of course, Pema Sambhava was not like saying we are to sleep on the door. This is kind of the example. Like this is like if we have devotion and the faith, there is like inseparability of the three jewels and the teachers is like this. When one has confident faith, the Buddha's compassion can be present in anything. Of course, it is like a kind of the whenever and Buddha's and the compassion, blessings, whoever has faith and devotion can to receive like this, anything. This is illustrated by the tale of the faithful old woman, and who was helped towards Buddhahood by duck's teeth. This is like kind of the history. Teller is like kind of history. And there is one lady, very much faithful lady, devoted lady to the Buddha, and her stories, and how she became the enlightened man. Once there was an old woman whose like kind of son was trade, make all the time making business between Tibetan and the Indias. And he often went to India on the business. The old woman, the mother of the old woman, said to him, her son, one day, she said, Buddha Gaya is in India. You know that. Is that there where the perfectly enlightened Buddha came from in the Buddha Gaya. Please, she said, bring me some special relics from India, like kind of the Buddha's relics. That is like kind of the helping me, so that I can do my prostration to eat. She repeated her request many times. Of course, but her son is a very forgettable person. He forgetting and never brought her what she had asked for her prestations. And then is one day, as the son was preparating to leave again for the India, for his trader. His mother said to him, darling, this time, if you fail to bring me something for my prestations, 100% sure that I shall kill myself in front of you. And she very strongly, repeatedly, she asked to her son. Then it's like son traveled to the India, conclude his business is finished, then business he had planned, and set off back to Tibet home, once more forgetting his mother's request. Of course, he's very much not much caring. He's careless to the mom. But he was only as he was nearing his house again, at that moment, that he remembered her word, mother's word. What can I do? Now, what am I going to do? Because it's like if his hand is empty, then what can he do? He thought to himself, I haven't brought any for my old mother, mother's prestations. If I arrive home empty-handed, she will kill herself. What can I do now? I need to do something. Hurry up. He's very hurriedly to looking around. Stupid son. He saw a dog's skull lying on the ground nearby. He pulled out one of the teeth and wrapped it in silk. Arrived home, he gave it to his mother, saying, here is one of the Buddha's canine teeth, like fang. You can use it as a support for your prayers. The old woman believed him totally, of course. She had great faith, devotion, and in the truth, teeth. And just as if it is really where the Buddha's, it's become really the kind of Buddha's teeth. She did the prostration and offering all the day and night, all the times. And from that dog's tooth came many miraculous pierce relics. When the old woman died, there was a canopy of the Rinpoche, like kind of the canopy, like kind of the ornament and nice sign in the space. That means it's like she is become the rainbow's light around her, and other signs of the accomplishment, so many things. Of course, this is not kind of the dog teeth, but according to her faith. Now, the dog tooth does not contain any blessing, but the old woman's faith was so strong that she was sure that it really was the Buddha's teeth. Through her faith, the teeth was birthed with the Buddha's blessing, like kind of the naturally. Of course, really is we say it's like reality is a dog. Of course, is the Buddha, and also the dog has Buddha nature. And according that, of course, her faith then is like the teeth is become same as Buddha's teeth, blessings. Until in the end, that dog's teeth was in nowadays different from a real Buddha's teeth. Become like this, absolutely. Okay, now we can to stop the beginning of the history of the Kumbh Band. Okay. 15 minutes.